Good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pastor Willie Turner out of Great Court, South Carolina, and I'm happy to be here with you tonight. I'm very excited about this wonderful opportunity of BG Web sharing tonight. I'm not the featured speaker, but just before we get ready to bring on our speaker, I just want to mention, I know Pastor Sierson had went over a few housekeeping tips, but I want to remind everybody we got some very valuable information here tonight. We don't want none of our guests to miss it, and we'll welcome them tonight to it. So we want to remind everybody to please keep your cameras and your mics turned off. We would greatly appreciate it. We need all your help we can get. I understand when you come in, but please be cognizant of just turning your cameras and your mics off, so we won't miss none of the information. It's easy to be distracted. But like I said again, Pastor Willie Turner out of Great Coast, South Carolina, and I'm just flat out excited to be just a portion of the host here to bring on this gentleman that some know and some don't know. But I just want to tell you just briefly, real quick, a moment. We might, no doubt, we got guests going to be helping present tonight as well. But my portion is I want to bring and tell you a little bit about this gentleman I'm going to be introducing. He's a giant in this industry. I heard of his name many, many years ago, back in 2005, when I got involved with a legacy company right now, $1 billion company. And when I first joined that company, I heard of this gentleman's name for former prepaid legal. He was actually going around opening up states, flying in private planes, jets with the president of the company. But what fascinated me the most about this gentleman, the CEO of that company, he was on stage in front of about 20,000 people. And I was just blown away because it was my first time being down in Ada, Oklahoma. And he brought up this gentleman named Isaiah Sierson. And he talked about him and what the great respect he had for him as a pastor, as a leader in the company. And he stood there and shared with about 20,000 people a check. He didn't disclose the amount, but he said he was contributing that to the pastor and the building of that church. And so this gentleman I got great respect for. He's a giant in the industry. He's no stranger to it. He loves helping people. What you'll find out about this gentleman, he's 22 years retired Air Force gentleman. He's 33 years retired pastoral out of Oklahoma. But you'll find out when he talked tonight that he's still very active. He's a lovely brother. He loves helping people. But most importantly about this gentleman, he wants to see people win. And he's all the way down from Sumter, South Carolina. Pastor Isaiah Sierson, a business partner, mentor, and friend to me and to many others. So let me present to some and introduce to none other than my friend, my business partner, and my mentor, Pastor Isaiah Sierson. Do we have you on the call, sir?
You do indeed, Brother Turner. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. The platform is yours. Take it away.
All right. There's some folks who still have their phones unmuted. Ladies and gentlemen, we need you to follow some protocol. If we cannot get folks to follow protocol, we'll have to dismiss some folks from the call because the information is that critical. You were invited to this call because someone thought enough of you to put some information in front of you that can literally change your life. And that's what we're here to do today. But Pastor Turner just introduced me to you, and let me just say this about him. This man is a giant of giants as well. And his reputation is rock solid as far as it relates to helping people. And that's what we're all about. Those of us that's on this call, from the ones of us who just now getting started, to the ones who are involved in this industry a little while longer than we have, we are nothing unless we help everybody else get to where they need to be. And that's where we are today. I was looking at some information today, and we were discussing why some folks win and why some folks lose. And it's all about, am I willing to just listen? Just listen, absorb, and hear something that's absolutely relevant to who I am right now. What you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is BG Wealth-Sharing Group. Now, the operative word that you soon see there, it says wealth sharing. Think about that. Now, I don't know about you. I'm originally from South Carolina, grew up in the cotton fields down here. I know what it is to be poor. I know what it is to not be able to put a penny book of matches on layaway. I understand all of that. but I also know what it is to be on the other side. And the difference is tremendous. So what I'm going to share with you tonight in BGwealthsharing, ladies and gentlemen, this is the world's largest hedge fund where you have an opportunity to invest a certain amount of money and watch that money double every 60 days. Now, I was reading about a bank today, and I encourage you to do so. Go to your bank, pull up an average bank, and see how much banks spend in the Forex field, how much money they put out there. And guess whose money that is? That's your money and mine. So you want to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you understand some of the secrets of what wealthy people are doing. And what wealthy people are doing, their money is making money. And we want to get in that stream as well. So with that being said, let's dive into this presentation because, guys, I'm telling you, this is some life-changing and some life-altering information. Before we get any way down the road, we want to make sure we put a disclaimer up. We want to let you know that the presentation that you are about to see, we are not offering you financial advice. That's not what we're here to do. We're not offering you any kind of enticement or guarantee of any particular results. We want to put information in front of you that you can make a calculated and informed decision. So the results of the BG investment projects are based on your efforts, your determination, and your focus. And the following information, ladies and gentlemen, the following instructions, and if you follow those instructions that's provided by Professor Stephen Beard, who is the architect of this program, and the trading signals that he provides, BG is a Web3 trading platform project on the DSJ exchange, which is one of the largest trading platforms in the world that requires cryptocurrency in order to participate. Today's presentation is not investment advice, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an offer, nor is it a solicitation for you to purchase or sell any type of investment. That's not what we're here to do. Past performance will not be indicative of any kind of future results. And I want to make sure these last couple lines are fully understood. The cryptocurrency market is highly volatile, and it involves a high amount of risk in which you may lose some or all of your invested funds. You should not invest with funds that you cannot afford to lose. Now, what does that really mean? Down and draw it in the dirt, Pastor Sierson. Don't take your car payment to Las Vegas. Don't take your rent money to the mall. In other words, do not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Take a certain amount of money that you can sit outside of your house for 6 or 7 months and not worry about where it's at. And if you can do that, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, at the end of this presentation, you're going to be some kind of glad that you accepted the invitation that someone gave you to jump on this call. We're going to talk about two entities. One, BGwealthsharing, that's who we are. Two, DSJ Exchange, that's the trading platform. So what do we do? The trading platform, in order for it to be ultra successful, it has to have traffic. What we do is provide that traffic. And we provide a lot of traffic so that trading platforms will always be successful, which means you are going to be successful as well. This is what BGwealthsharing is all about. We are a powerful long-term wealth building strategy. We grow our profits, ladies and gentlemen, by building strong, connected teams. Many of us on this call don't know each other, but yet we can all be dependent and interdependent. The sharing economy is bringing together investors from around the world. That means people just like you and I. The goal of this, bringing folks together, is earning higher, more stable returns. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to change some folks' lives tonight. And the BG has the system, the experience, and vision to create a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits, ladies and gentlemen. And this is more than investing. It's building a future of sustainable wealth together. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the DSJ Exchange. DSJ Exchange is a global, I want to repeat that. You are dealing with a global platform. serving millions of people around the world. And it delivers some of the most comprehensive, fastest spot transactions in this industry. By February 2026, 2023, DSJ Exchange had already secured a spot among the world's top 100 exchanges. Innovative instant contract investment model that has not only won the trust of traders worldwide. So the DSJ Exchange, ladies and gentlemen, is setting a new standard in the digital asset space and is now preparing for its IPO, marking the next step in its remarkable journey. You are in for a treat because this is the first time in my 78 years on this planet that I've involved myself in a win-win-win tripartite structure. I don't care what kind of situation you're in, be it athletics or whatever, somebody has to lose. Everybody can't win. But here, I've never seen it, ladies and gentlemen. Here, everybody have that opportunity. Investors, that's like you and me, you and I are going to enjoy consistent daily gains with expert trading points, with a precision rate of 99.6, ensuring long-term success. If you, as I have been, ever was involved in the cryptocurrency field as a day trader, a night trader, and you got anywhere close to 50%, that was otherworldly. But to be at 99.6, ladies and gentlemen, that's almost seemingly impossible, but it's here in our faces now. Professor Stephen Beard, who is the architect of this platform, he provides powerful trading signals that boost both trading volume and exchange visibility. And the DSJ Exchange benefits as investors spread the word, creating a trusted, stable, and thriving investment hub. Now, let me show you how that last sentence plays out. DSJ Exchange benefits as investors like you and I spread the word. There's 100 or more of us on this call tonight. When I got involved here, there was 500,000 worldwide. Now there's over 600,000. That's a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen. So the more people spread the word, guess what? The bigger the DSJ Exchange grow, and that means the greater the profit is going to be for people just like you and I. So the win-win-win, 99.6 accurate trading signals. DSJ Exchange signed an agreement with BGwealthsharing. They signed a 10-year, watch what it says, the investment partnership commitment letter. Over the next 10 years, Stephen Beard commits to providing 2 signal analyses each day, ensuring that at least one of the 5 analyses is profitable. Participants must operate based on the trade analysis provided by Stephen Beard, adhering to the timing, direction, and specific amount specified. So all of this is already documented and it's in writing. But not only is it in writing, ladies and gentlemen, it's in compliance. So when your friend or your relative or someone that's real sharp tell you, I've heard about these kind of things before, guys, I've been around for a long time as well. I've heard about a lot of things. But this is what I look for. Is it compliant? Is it legal? I come from a legal background. So the DSJ Exchange holds registration and business certificates in more than 30 countries and regions around the world. And they are the following: the Australian Securities Investment Commission and Registration, Monetary Authority of Singapore, Dubai Financial Services Authority Registration, Bahamas Central Bank Registration, and the United States Security and Exchange Commission registration, plus the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network registration. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got all of the documentation that we need. And this is available to anyone who want to take and who really want to scrutinize it. Because we want you to. We want you to be 100% happy and 100% satisfied with what you're about to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're here. These are the 5 things that set this company apart. 1, 99.6 accurate trading signals. Pastor Sierson, how can it be that accurate? You all are familiar, I'm sure. If you have not been, you need to be. Do you realize that Amazon, where a lot of us spend time shopping, over the last year or so have laid off over 100,000 people, and they just laid off another 12,000. What did they do? They brought in 650,000 robots. Why? Robots don't get tired. Robots don't have to be paid. So that's 100 and some thousand people won't be getting a paycheck. Why? Because of AI. You realize that there's tractor trailers rolling down the interstates right now without a driver. Why? Because of AI. Do you realize that there's in warehouses now, things are being shot and stacked by artificial intelligence? In hospitals, diagnoses are being made through artificial intelligence. Why? Because it's so much sharper than the human mind. And these AI trading data, combine that with the signal accuracy of Professor Beard, it guarantees you and I a 60% or more profit on our trade volume. And then the compliance, ladies and gentlemen, I just read through all of those compliance in over 30 different countries and regions around the world. And all of this guarantees your fund safety because your money is not in the control of anyone else, it's in your control. So nobody has their hand wrapped around your money. And then we have the long-term partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, BGwealthsharing Ltd. signed a 10-year contract with DSJ Exchange. 7 of those years are in front of us. 3 of those years are behind us. And in 3 years, over 600,000 people around the world are involved. That says something to me. So that gives us the opportunity where stability is going to meet opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, Professor Beard, with this expert analysis combined with AI to deliver that 99% winning rate and long-term stable income. And here's why there's low risk. Whatever your investment total might be, the company only uses 1% of that investment. So if your investment is $500, they're only using $5 for trade. So your money is going to be protected. So there's a profit of 60 to 65% on each trade. And it plays out, and you can see it in your back office on your DSJ exchange. It'll play out just like this, telling you what puts are, what calls are, and I don't worry about any of that. That's the reason why I got out of cryptocurrency, because I was having all kind of issues with puts and calls and candlesticks and all of that. Here, I don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to show you why that makes so much sense. When I talked with Brother Cornell Jones, Brother Jones said he asked Professor Beard, give me something simple that I can share with people that makes sense. And this is what he gave me.
Target.
Low risk.
Fancy looking.
Ms. Harold James, please mute your line. Thank you. Low risk, great returns. I found what? A stable money-making platform. The operation is simple and the returns are ideal. We are doing cryptocurrency option trading. This may sound complicated, but the principles is actually very simple. We're not buying and selling cryptocurrency, but predicting the market trend through some contracts. In other words, as long as we judge correctly, whether the market goes up, down, sideways, whatever the case may be, funds can be generated. Even better, we don't rely on the rise and fall of the cryptocurrency prices. As long as we can judge accurately, we can continue to make profits regardless of the actual situation of the crypto prices. That is, ladies and gentlemen, that's music to anyone's ear that deals in cryptocurrency, because the cryptocurrency market is very volatile. And so here we have how we operate. We have a system called Bond Chat. Bond Chat is a system that we use that we communicate with all of our members. And what we do in Bond Chat every day, if you look at it real closely, you'll see a little thing right here. It's a signal. That is what you will be receiving. You will get that signal through your Bond Chat. And here's what you'll do with it. Every day, 2 times per day, you're going to get a signal just like that. You're going to take that signal, you're going to copy that trading code that's issued by Professor Stephen Beard through Bond Chat. You're going to log into your DSJ account. You're going to click on Futures. You're going to click on Invited Me. Then you're going to paste that trading code in the Invited Me section where it says, please enter the code here, and you're going to click Confirm. Once you click Confirm, you'll be notified that the trade went through. Then you go to Position Order to confirm the pending status of your trade and that the AI pulled 1% of the trade asset for that particular trade. That's it. You're looking at about 1.5 minutes, 2 minute max, 2 times a day. Do you have 5 minutes per day to turn $500 into $55,000? That's what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. And when you see all of this information down here, this is what sort of really gave me headaches when I was doing crypto trading, because I could not figure out all these candlesticks and all of that. But here, I don't have to worry about it. All I have to do here is 5 things. On my DSJ site, all I have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is scroll down and click on futures. Click on futures. I click on invited me. I click on paste the code here, confirm, and position order. 5 steps, and that's it. If you can do those 5 steps, ladies and gentlemen, money can get out of your equation for a while. That's how simple this can be. Futures, invited me, enter the code, confirm, position order, and that's it. Now, what happens when you talk to your friend and your friend say, look, John, this makes sense. So if all I got to do is make a deposit of $500 or more, and all I'm doing is copy and pasting twice a day, I can do that. What happens when I invite some folks and they come in? If you invite me in and I come in at $500 or more, so let's say you invited me in and I invested $500. Because I invested $500 and $900, you will get 6 additional codes. So how do you handle those? The first one, remember, you got those through your bond check. Those 6 additional codes you're going to get, all you do is go log into your system just like you did before, go down to where it says futures, click on invited me, scroll down, it says confirm to follow the order, and then go to position order, and that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, there's 3 or 4 steps, and that's it. And anytime you bring somebody in, depending on the level in which they came in, if they came in at $500 or more, then you're going to get 6 additional trade signals. If they come in for $1,000 or more, you're going to get 12. And those additional signals help your money to multiply even faster, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a beautiful system. So our daily trading signals work like this. Every day, Monday through Sunday, 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. Those are the fixed signals. Those are the 2 that everybody gets. Everybody. Now we have additional signals. What are additional signals? What are they for? Additional signals is if you decide that you're going to share this with other people, and at any time they come in at $500 or more, then you're going to pick up some additional signals. Those additional signals will come in 2 o'clock, 2:30, 8:30, and 9 o'clock. So let's say you got 4 additional signals today. They will come in around 2, 2:30, 8:30 tonight, and then 9. Then tomorrow they'll come in 2 o'clock, 2:30, and there won't be any at 8:30 to 9 because you've only gotten 6. So that's how it will play out, ladies and gentlemen. But I want you to notice something here. Right there it says 8 p.m. Permanent trading signals. That is one I want you to keep your eyes on, because you can earn a 3rd permanent trading signal. So instead of getting 2 signals per day, you'll start getting 3. And that really makes a lot of difference. So guys, our referral incentive works this way. When you deposit over $1,000, if you referred me and I came in at $1,000, the system's going to give you a 10% reward. So that's going to be 100. But they'll also give me a 5% reward just because I came in. So anytime you guys folks come in at $1,000 or more, then you're going to get a 10% reward. They come in for $500 up to $1,000, you're going to get 5%. And all you can do, 1 or 2 things, you can take that additional money and you can put it in your pocket, or you can take that additional money and put it in your trade, whichever one you so desire. So ladies and gentlemen, it's outstanding is what it is. And I'm so grateful to be a part of this. I don't know what to do myself. So we have two things. We have what we call static signals and dynamic signals. Very simple to explain. Static, those are the two that you get every day. 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. Dynamic signals are the ones that you pick up because you brought somebody else to the table. Now watch this carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is where this makes so much sense to me. Because there's some people that you know that are extraordinarily busy people who may want to put some money in an investment. They don't want to try building anything. They can take their money and put it here. And those 2 static signals per day, their money is still going to double every 60 days. So no matter what they did, if all they did was just put their money in the hole and bury it there, and every day at 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock, they're going to get 2 signals. Their money still is going to double every 60 days. Now, if they decide to bring other people, then they can pick up additional signals. That is how simple this whole process is, ladies and gentlemen. But here, this is where I tell folks, park your car, honk your horn. Why? Because this makes all the difference in the world. Third permanent additional signal. Once you have successfully helped 5 or more people into the business, and each one of those came in at, notice this, at $500 or more. You enrolled 5, and all 5 came in at $500 or more, and then they enrolled 5, and all 5 of theirs came in at $500 or more. You're going to pick up a third permanent signal. Now, here's where this makes so much sense. Because watch this carefully, ladies and gentlemen. When we look at Thrive for 5, we trade here at 1.3% daily. You get 2 trading signals every day, Monday through Sunday, at 1.3% daily. So let's say you came in at $500. You compound it every day at 1.3%. So day 1, after 30 days, your $500 is now $736. 90 days is $1,598. 6 months is $5,000. 1 year, ladies and gentlemen, 1 year, that $500 is now turned into $55,000. If you take $5,000 at 5% annually and put it in the bank, you have $250. Here you're talking about 2 sales or 2 trades per day at 1.3%, and that $500 in 1 year turned to $55,000. Now, but watch here. Here's what's going to happen. Once you get that third sale, once you get 5 people who came in at $500 or more, and they enrolled 5 or more who came in at what? $500 or more. So you got a group of 25 people, and every one of them came in at $500 or more. Now you get that third permanent signal, but it goes from 1.3 to 1.8. Let's look at the difference. The same $500 instead of 1.3 is now 1.8. 30 days, $858. 90 days, $24.90. 6 months, $12,000. 1 year, $336,441. Somebody tell me to stop. Because ladies and gentlemen, hear this where this makes sense. If you don't understand the rule of 72, if you don't understand compound interest, this is what J. Paul Getty and those guys said. Whoever understands compound interest will earn. Whoever doesn't, gonna pay. So just because you picked up that third signal, the difference in 1 year was over $250,000. This is where people are killing us. This is why you walk in your bank and your bank got marble floors. This is why they got cedar desks. This is why they got all of the wonderful stuff in those banks, because they're using money to multiply itself to their benefit. Now, is it all right for Jerry Jones and those guys to have billions and you not to have it? So let's say you came in for $1,000. at 2 sales per day at 1.3, turns out to be $100,000 in 1 year. But $1,000 at 1.8 with the three trades per day, ladies and gentlemen, is over $500,000. We have people on this call right now that has come in at over $10,000 or more. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, the little bit of money that I came in with, my money has already almost quadrupled since I ain't been in 60 days yet. So this is what you have an opportunity to do. So what are we asking you to do? Take $500 minimum that you don't need tomorrow and get involved and just watch it. And let's say, for instance, you may have some trepidation. Sweat it for 60 days. In 60 days, your investment is going to double. Then you can pull that investment out with no kind of penalty. Pull out what you put in and let the rest run. That is how simple this is, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why we are so excited about this thing. And what if a signal fails? Sometimes they may. There's no perfect situation, I don't care what it is. But this company has put something together that's near perfect as far as I'm concerned. Because let's say your funds that's 65% profit, and we trade in what, 1%? So 1% of $500 is 5. So 1% of $500 is 5. So let's say that trade didn't go through. So I lost $3.25. Within an hour, the system will place you in another trade that's higher. So instead of 1%, it's going to be 3. So instead of $5, it's going to be 15. Instead of $3.25 profit, it's going to be $9.75. So your profit is going to be greater. So they got something in place to make sure that you're not hurt. This is the beauty of what Professor Stephen Beard did. He did not set this up so wealthy people can come in and just bull rush it. He set this up so people like you and I can have a shot. And I'm grateful for that. So guys, I want to show you something that really makes all the sense in the world to me. We are looking right now for people who are interested in building a significant future in a relatively short amount of time. How are we going to do that? We're going to help you, just like we're on this call tonight. All you got to do is bring guests. That's like me going to the gym. I lift all the weights and you get all the muscles. We're going to come here and we're going to help you enroll what? 5 or more people. The minute you enroll 5 or more people, you're going to become what we call a level 1 manager. As a level 1 manager, you're going to get a bonus percentage. You're going to get a minimum salary of $30 every 10 days. That's $90 a month. You're going to get a promotion reward of $100 one time. You've got 5 people and you got rewarded. So what's next? Help those 5 people do what you did. You help 2 of those 5 do the same thing you did, and your team has grown to 25 people. Now you pick up a bonus percentage of 1%, and now your minimum salary goes from $30 every 10 days to $150 every 10 days. And now your promotion reward is $300 one time. To go to level 3, you just help 3 people that you brought in do what? Get to level 1. Every time you get to level 1, ladies and gentlemen, now you got 125 people on your team. You are now at level 3. That's $500 every 10 days, $1,500 per month. You can put it in your pocket. You can add it to your trade. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And you get $800 one time. Our leader, Mr. Cornell Jones, Cornell hit level 4 in a relatively short amount of time. He got 4 more people that he helped become level 1, has over 500 on his team. He picks up an additional $1,200 every 10 days, $3,600 a month, and a $200 one-time bonus. Now, the dear lady that he talks about ad nauseum is Miss Ann out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She's a level 7. At level 7, she has 7 or more people on her team that she personally enrolled that hit level 1 or higher. She has over 5,000 people on the team. She gets, ladies and gentlemen, $10,000 every 10 days, $30,000 a month, and a $25,000 one-time bonus. plus a vehicle that goes between $50,000 to $300,000. This company has the wherewithal to make that happen. And before I go any further, I'm gonna have to drop this caveat in here. I had a guy tell me, Pastor, I don't believe none of that. That's fine. It's all right for Jerry Jones, but it's not all right for you. It's all right for Warren Buffett, but it's not all right for you and your family. Why is that? And ladies and gentlemen, when you're looking at $1 million, I'm gonna just give it to you real quick. If you took a vacation for 1,000,000 seconds, you take a vacation for 1,000,000 seconds, you're gonna go for 11 days. You take a vacation for 1,000,000,000 seconds, you're gonna go for 32 years. There's a whole lot of difference between 1,000,000,000 and 1,000,000. And this is dealing in billions, not millions, ladies and gentlemen. So Jerry Jones, I went to his playhouse down in Dallas at football stadium. That's one of the most immaculate places I've ever been in my life. And all of that is owned by one guy. And here you got a chance to do the same thing. We are here to help you do it. So guys, this is our manager and dividend market. From level 1 to level 7. Now, $90 per month, that's $30 every 10 days. That's $1,000 a year. Level 7 is $30,000 every 10 days, but $30,000 a month, or $360,000 a year. So imagine you earning $360,000 a year. Your trade is about maybe $15,000 to $20,000 a day. What is it that you can no longer do for you and your family? That is why we're here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And then when you hit level 7, they send you here. There's Mr. Jones, Pastor Jones, whoever you are, Pastor Black, whoever you are, go down to your local dealership, find that car. Has to be $50,000 or above. Got to be between $50,000 and $300,000. We get the keys and send you down the road. Or if you hit level 12, we'll get you a whole condominium and get you a whole mansion, $3 million, whatever the value may be. That's the kind of money we're dealing with here. That's why so many people are involved in cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen. It is enormous amount of money. And you have access to it as well. So here's the team building rules that we have. Our dividend payout, I'll pay it out according to rank, and it's based on the trading volume of your entire grow line. The trade volume accounts for $300 USDT or above, or consider qualifying account for dividend payout. Every birthday, if you are level 1 and above, you're going to apply for a $100 gift. They just give you $100 because it's your birthday. Now here's some conducts. The team managers, we lead responsibly. Spreading rumors and innuendos and things of that sort, negative information, those things are not allowed. We verify whoever's doing that, and they're gone. Assistance reward, ladies and gentlemen, level 1 and above. Every time you help somebody on your team become level 1 or above, they give you an additional $50 into your account. Team gathering reimbursement at level 3 and above. Once you're at level 3 and above, and you have a meeting at a local hotel, Mr. Jones was just had one down in Georgia, whatever that room cost, whatever the cost was for that particular event, they can send the receipts in, and Mr. Beardos will reimburse them for what they did. And then every 9th, every 19th, and every 29th, you send a short text to Mr. Beard and just remind them, it's time for my dividends, and they put it in your account. So ladies and gentlemen, the rules are very simple. Just follow the company rules. That's all you got to do. And learn the core philosophies, and then focus on what? Just doing what's right. That's all. Just focus on doing what's right. Appreciate and support your teammates. Cooperate, grow, and earn rewards. Listen, follow instructions, spread positivity, consult Professor Stephen Beard when you got questions. They will respond. Replicate the company's philosophy accurately to ensure solid growth and expansion. And ladies and gentlemen, share the goals with Stephen Beard and receive mentoring, and maintain the right investment mindset, follow quantitative trading methods and signals. And guys, how do you do this thing? How we earn? We earn in several ways.
Okay. Try again.
We earn in several ways, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 stable tradings per day. 2 trading signals per day. You can invite new members and you can earn additional rewards. You can invite new members and earn additional trade signals. You can receive rewards for achieving level advancements. You can receive team trading rewards for volume. And then you can unlock that additional permanent trade signal. And guys, 1% of $153,390 is $966 in profit. That is the kind of return people are seeing. We're going to have a young man come in a minute and going to share some things going to just blow your mind. Because everything we're talking about, this is income that can change your family's future. So how do you withdraw? We have a flat handling fee of 12% on all withdrawals. Now, withdrawals can only be initiated from the exchange wallet that requires a minimum of $35 in USDT. Your trade wallet funds, you must have in your trade wallet 60 days that your trade wallet was used in order to get your funds to that doubling process. If you pull money out prior to that, then there's a 30% fee for that. What's the company saying it's going to do? We are going to make sure that your money doubles every 60 days. So if you pull it out before that, then that's going to incur a penalty. The 12% normal fee plus the 20% for getting it out early. All of that's a part of the situation. So what's your next step? The next step you do, whoever invites you to this call, you just tell them, send me your invite code. We give you a starting video to look at. You go to the DSJ Exchange website and you register by using your mobile number or your email address. You're setting up an account. You fund that account with Bitcoin or Ethereum. We use Ethereum. Then you join the bond chat group to receive training and real-time signals. And the bond chat group, that's with Stephen Beard. That's how we get all of our information. And ladies and gentlemen, the mission of BJ Wealth is simple. We got long-term powered, AI-powered daily trading, team building, and growth rewards. You can grow without a team. But if you want to get some dynamic growth, then we encourage you to create a team. And this is what Mr. Stephen Beard says. If everyone can make a fortune at BG, they started from scratch. Your background doesn't matter. Your success isn't determined by your starting point, but by your actions and determination. What matters most here is your readiness to take that first step, ladies and gentlemen. Get off the couch, get out of the house, take that initiative, and start watching and start moving and working. So all we are is being and growing, sharing and earning. And this right here, when I was talking to Brother Jones, he mentioned this later. He said, he asked Stephen Beard, is there anyone that he can talk to that has done some significant things? And Stephen Beard told him about this deal later here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop my screen sharing for a second, and I want to bring to the front of the call Mr. Cornell Jones, and I'm going to ask Brother Cornell Jones, if you would, you can open up your site if you like, and I want you to share, because you told me that Mrs. Ann couldn't be here tonight because of an emergency, but I want you to share what she shared with you, so everybody here can be fully indoctrinated as to how much activity we have in front of us and all the possibilities that are ours if we're willing to take that next step. So Brother Cornell Jones, Army retiree, 27 years in the military, was insurance executive out of Nashville, Tennessee, long distance information. Give me Memphis, Tennessee, because there's 1,675 guitar pickers in Nashville. Mr. Cornell Jones, come to the front of the call, sir.
All right. Thank you. Pastor Sierson, you did an excellent job, man. I tell you, I just love, man, if I had some iced tea and just lay back in my lazy boy, man, you make me feel good, boy. All right, love hearing it every time you say it. So let's talk about Ann. You know, when I first got involved, I had the opportunity to talk to Ann. And, you know, tonight I want to take a moment to share the story who I think of someone's journey and testimony played a major role in inspiring me to become part of BG Wealth Sharing. You know, when I first met Ann back in April of 2025, you know, and at that time she was already operating in a very high level, which is an LV4 at that time, because I don't even think I was no level at the time. And, you know, what stood out to me most wasn't her rank, it was her belief. And that's what really changed me. Her belief, her consistency, and her genuine heart of helping people succeed. And she's probably about 5'3", maybe 5'4". And her soft voice, if you have not heard her testimony, she would have been here tonight, but she had an emergency tonight. Nothing life-threatening from what I understand, but she had an emergency tonight. But it was truly, heartfelt to hear her testimony. And, you know, she said she started BG Wealth Sharing July of 2024. And from that moment, I learned her story. It was clear she was a fast trajectory. Through focus, discipline, and strong leadership, she progressed rapidly in only maybe 3 or 4 months to LV7. And that achievement speaks volumes about, number one, her work ethic. Now, she's not a big presenter like Gangan or some of the other LV7s, but I tell you, she comes, and when she speaks, man, it's so heartfelt. And like I said, if you have not heard her testimony, I highly encourage you. You can go to my website, Wealth Momentum Group website, and you can listen to her testimony, because we did record it. And if not, I'll put it in our WMG group in Telegram if you have not heard it. But I would definitely want you to hear it. And since then, her growth has been nothing short of extraordinary. She has helped tens of thousands of people around the world, and her global team now exceeds 60,000 members. And, you know, Pastor, you talked about what her trade volume. I talked to her about that about a couple of days ago. Right now, she's trading at over $1 million. She's doing well over $15,000 a day. And I said, wow. And I remember when she was an LV4, and she wasn't even at a million yet, but she was almost there from the time that she was there. This impact she continues to make financial, professional, and personally is truly inspiring. She is a proven leader, a powerful example of what's possible inside BG, and without question, a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so I definitely just want to acknowledge her. You can see, you know, when she made LV7, and I think she said in a couple of months, maybe 2 or 3 months, she will make LV8. And I asked her, how many people, when you started, has, you know, the lion's share of the U.S. And she said she did with the 60,000. And, you know, the LV8, the gentleman that made LV8 down in Dallas, he's under Ann, okay? And I was like, wow. So she is truly doing something great. We talked a little bit also about doing a meet and greet sometime this summer to get everybody together. So stay tuned. We're going to have something very special for you. Now, what I want to do is I want to scroll down just a little bit, right? Because I want to highlight on a few things. You know, when you look and when you come on over to this side and you see the change, you see the lifestyles, you see the LV7s going to the dealership. All right, once they make their rank, they go to the dealership to pick up their car. And Ann is going to be getting her car delivered, I believe, in a couple of months. and I think they're finishing up her house because she just, I believe, is making a big major purchase with a home that she's had built. And when you look at the faces, the realness of these people that are super, super excited, okay? This is real. These are average, people, not highly polished, not with the suit and ties. These are everyday people that are definitely, BG is truly, truly, truly changing their lives, okay? And you know what? I think I'm in trouble. Bishop?
Yes, and you got to share your screen. There you go.
Okay, let me go back. These people here, they are truly, 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 their lives are changing when you look at their faces, when you look at the smiles, when you look at, getting things that they probably have never obtained before in their life, brand new cars. This is truly, truly, truly impactful, okay? When they did the gala, you had 2,000 people there. They raffled off the different prizes. Okay, this was the 3rd anniversary of BG, celebrating their anniversary for 3 years. And this year we're going on 4 years. I had the opportunity to go down to Albany, Georgia with Johnny Overstreet and Luann Overstreet. They had a dynamic team down there. They represented, and that's Ann right here with Johnny Overstreet. That's Luann and Johnny Overstreet along with some other members. But they had a great time. And you're talking about smiles. You're talking about, I'm just saying, giving away prizes, giving away money. Okay? This is a company that I see where people give. It's not take. It's give. And all we have to do is be committed to do your trades per day. Be committed to help others. Be committed and just do something simple. Don't take but about 5 minutes a day. As the company grows, as the company expands. Right now, as Pastor Sierson said, we've exceeded over 600,000 with over 100 LB7 members. This is the global breakdown right here. United States, we only got 86,841. We got some work to do because we need to be number one. We need to be number one. When you look at India, when you look at Indonesia, when you look at these people ain't joking. You see the faces, you see they doing big gala events, they giving out trophies for LV1s and LV2s. So this is truly, truly, truly powerful. Gangan right here, that's her name, Gangan. She's the one that does a very, very good video. She travels around the country. She's high speed, no drag. And I tell you, she is doing it up. Also, other people around the country, they're doing storefronts. But also, BG is also doing humanitarian things, such as the Philippines, and also in Uganda. And this is all about smart trading. And we have so many people around the world that are elevating to that LV1, LV2, okay? Luann Overstreet, she's very close to making her LV3, so she'll be getting promoted here really, really soon. My wife, she's an LV3. Johnny Overstreet, LV3. Helen Smith is an LV3. And myself, got promoted to LV4, and I'm very close to getting LV5. And that's not by me, but that's by me sowing that seed, helping people. Those that are on this call, I tell you, I told my wife I'm gonna turn into what we call a customer service rep after a while. Okay, but I've created things to help us make our transition and help in the process of bringing people in that know nothing about cryptocurrency. Okay, we're going to do this thing and we're going to do it together. So my question to you tonight, after what you've heard today, who's next? Who's going to take that next step? Who's going to take the next step to come in and make a difference. Now, I'm going to show you the difference that it made in my life. You know, when you come in at 1.3 daily compounding, you know, doing your 2 trades a year, I've never had a company where you can just start with $300 and have a chance in 18 months to make over $342,000. I ain't never seen a company like that, where you just do 2 trades per day. And then if you look at 500, 1,000, 2,000, okay, you will see it even get bigger and bigger and bigger as we go. Okay? So definitely I want you to think about getting started today. But now, let's go to the real. Hold on. Hold your horses. All right. When I started out with $1,200. I got involved. I told a few friends. They said, I don't know about this, Cornell. Some of them didn't have the funds to get started. I helped them out. Okay? And we started to 5. And then from 5, it went to 25. And then from 25, it went to 105. And it just continued to grow. Okay? Now, when you go in, it's very simple for those that are on the call. Okay? All you do, once you get that code, is paste your code right here. Now, this is the computer version. So if you're on the computer, this is what it looks like. Totally different than what's on your phone. Everything up here is at the top. Okay? You click on futures. Do not touch any of these buttons over here to the right. Do not go in there and say, I want to try to do a trade myself. What you're going to do, you're going to lose some money. We had about 2 or 3 members that call themselves trying to do trades and they lost. Okay? Do not touch any of these buttons. The only thing that we need to do is come right here to enter that code right there. And then once you enter the code, you go to position order, and then you click position order, and then you'll see a red pending right there. Now, after about 20 minutes, you want to come back. You want to go to historical orders, and you're going to see what the product was, what the status was, what the call was, or the put. Now, this is where we do option trading. Okay, we don't buy cryptocurrencies, but basically we buy contracts, and we predict whether the market is going to go up or whether the market is going to go down. And basically over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 directions, we predicted that it will go up. The time period, the option price, the amount, the open position. This is when it says turnover, this is what we won. This is what the settlement price is. Between what we won, we're going to average between 60 to 64% or 65% of what we're going to keep. So the rate of return is right here. And you'll see right here in the profit or loss. Now, Pastor Sierson, he walked you through saying if we did lose, we have what we call a 5-phase recovery. Meaning that we do the actual trade at 1%, but then if we lose, we're going to go in again for 3%. Meaning we're going to make up what we lost, plus we're going to get 2%. We had a loss in December. I was trading at about $500 a trade. Now, I qualified for that 3rd permanent trade. And I'm going to give you an example of something real quick. Okay? When you look at your regular trade, and let's say you came in for $500 at 1.3 daily, 365 days a year, because we trade 7 days a week, 2 years. Okay? And you can, right here where it says monthly, if you wanted to just add $100 a month just to kind of build it up, you can. You could just go in there and calculate it. You can put it at the beginning. That's something that's optional that you can do. But when you hit that calculate and you see your money is going to double every 2 months, every 2 months, every 2 months, every 2 months. In 1 year, as he gave me that example, that's $55,000 in 1 year. Look how much, even if you left it at 55,000, look how much that you would make in 1 month. Even if you had to pull out 2,000, you still got 24,000 to the good to go in to the next month. So you can actually pull out $2,000 and still have growth. This is what I call growth in income. All right. So again, when you come in, let it build. Let it get to a certain point. Don't withdraw it where you're going to start all over again. You know, you want to get there as fast as you possibly can, because again, I know all of us on this call, we got goals, we got dreams, we got businesses that we want to open, we got a lifestyle that we want to help others create. Okay, so again, think about that. Now, that third permanent trade, he gave you the example. Let's say we go to the third permanent trade. That's that 1.8%. Let's go here. Look what happened at 500, right? Look what it is in 12 months. Your money averages about every 30 days, probably 35, 36, 37, but it's going to double every 30 days. The third permanent trade is what you want. So what I'm going to recommend to you, go for that strive for 5. First 30 days, get to 5. The people that you bring on board, now again, it's not required that you do it, but if you want to get on a slow boat or a fast boat, it's up to you. All right. All I'm saying to you is, I know a lot of people that need money. I know a lot of people that can use some extra money. All right. Talk to them. The very people that you think that won't do it, I guarantee you, in about 2 weeks from now, in about 3 weeks from now, it could be your cousin. Let me tell you what happened. I got one of my old co-workers, brought her on board. She was sitting down with her cousin at lunch. Guess what they were doing at about 12:30? Both of them picked up their phones and commenced to doing the trade. And she said, well, what you doing? I'm finna do a trade. I'm finna do a trade too. And they didn't even know that they were in BG. So I'm telling you, the very people that you don't know that's in, definitely talk to them. I always say this when I was an Army recruiter. I said, first to contact is first to contract. So again, reach out to them. Even if they say no, at least you talk to them. Okay? All right, somebody trying to write on my board here. Let's see. All right. Now, last thing, and I'm going to close with something for you. All right. When you look at your copying history, okay, your copying history, and the way you go to your copying history is you click on Invited Me and you click on Copying History. This will tell you the total amount of orders, okay, the number of times that you traded, and then it'll show you your profit. And then it'll show your winning rate. Since I had one failed trade that knocked it down. So keep in mind, you got that 99.6% accuracy rate there. All right. This is real. Okay. You have your transaction history. You can go here, look at all of your transaction histories, what was deposited. Then you go to assets. Okay. You can see what's in the exchange and what's in the trade. You can click on withdraw. You can look at all of your withdrawals. And as you go down to your withdrawals, you can actually see everything that has been paid. Okay? If you get a fail to verify, they want to verify that that's you that's doing the withdrawals. In your deposits, when you go to your deposits, you can make deposits in USDT, TRC, ERC20. Okay? You can also do ETH, Ethereum, All you have to do is copy the code and deposit. Normally gets there within about maybe less than 30 minutes. I've seen it get there in about 15 minutes. Okay? You can deposit also in Bitcoin. And also you can deposit in USDC. All right? And again, very simple, very easy. And then last thing is you got bond chat. When you come over here to bond chat, okay, what you do is you'll get all of these groups. You have your notification group, you have your strategy group, you have your superstar. This is where we do our training. I highly encourage you to look in to all of these groups. Okay, you'll be able to see the other side. You'll be able to hear the stories and see the testimonials that are there. And I'm going to leave one thing with you, and I'm going to pass the baton back to you, Pastor Sierson. I read this, Gangan had wrote this, and I thought this was very, very powerful. And she read this and found it very fascinating. She said, BG isn't chasing the too smart for this crowd. It's reaching the hungry ones. The people who are thinking seriously about their future, about their families, about purpose, about what comes next. It naturally bypasses those who hesitate, overanalyze, or feel like they've already figured it out. And instead, it connects with people who know they can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. When you really look at the community, hundreds of thousands of people worldwide, you don't see polished suits or flashy lifestyles. You see ordinary people, real families, everyday jobs, people who may have never access to an opportunity like this before. Some never had the nicest car, the biggest house, or the perfect circumstance, but they had something else. They were willing to step forward. And that's what excites me the most. I'm watching average people take action and then keep taking action. They're seeing progress day after day, momentum week after week, growth month after month. Not because they're the smartest, because they are willing. It's a powerful reminder that opportunity doesn't belong to the most intellectual. It belongs to the most committed. So if you're on this webinar tonight and you never felt overlooked, underestimated, or too ordinary, sometimes that's exactly who steps ahead. My encouragement to you is simple tonight. Don't just watch this. Take a close look. Ask questions. I want you to lean in tonight, because what you've seen tonight isn't hype. It's people, and people deciding to change the direction of their lives. So I want to say thank you for your time tonight. Stay curious, stay open, and most of all, stay willing. God bless you. Pastor Sierson,
Yes, sir.
treetop tall and wall to wall. I pass it back to you, sir.
Well, brother, I'll tell you what, man, there's nothing more that can be said. The opportunity is here. And guys, I don't know about you, but I've never seen anything quite like this. We have something that's paramount right in front of our faces. I encourage you, whatever it takes, get back with that person that invited you to this call and get involved. Start your trading as soon as you can. Someone asked a question about whether or not this recording will be available. Yes, it will. Make sure whoever invited you, get a hold of me, and I'll make sure you get a hold of the recording. I got to download it. You can get it. I don't mind. But guys, this is where we are. This is where we can go. The question is, are you ready to go? The hardest thing about going anywhere is leaving the house. So guys, whatever it takes to do that, let's make it happen. I want to thank Pastor Turner. I want to thank all of the team. I also want to thank, and I know he's on here somewhere, Pastor Jones. I know you might want to say something real quick. And Pastor Jones is the gentleman who brought this to me. So Pastor Tim Jones, if you're still here and you want to say hello, please go right ahead.
Hello, Pastor. How are you?
I'm doing nicely, brother. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Brother Cornell. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you for everyone. I still want to thank you, Pastor, for being the leader and the mentor to me. And I already knew what was going to happen once you got a hold of this. And I'm so grateful and humble and appreciative. Just want to let everybody know this is real. I'll be coming to level 3 here very soon. And I want to thank Cornell for sharing this with me. I just want to let the people know what he said, just read a few minutes ago. Just ordinary folks. Nothing fancy about us. We just want to dream again. And we want to leave legacies for our family. Thank you, Pastor. Blessing to you. And I'm very appreciative. Love you.
God
Oh,
bless you.
I see someone. Oh, I just noticed someone just messaged me. Brother Chris. Hello, Brother Chris. I know you. God bless you, brother. Thank you, Pastor.
All right, my friend. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. We'll see you all on the next go round. Get back to the person who invited you. Get yourself enrolled. Let's make life happen. All the best. Thank you, Cornell, so much for who you are and that little girlfriend of yours. We love you guys beyond measure, and we'll look to talk to you all again very, very soon. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.